Just finished work, 4:04 a.m. Let's get some sleep, get back to it. It's 10 a.m. Just got woken up to take sign delivery for something, which is totally reasonable. 10 a.m. is a normal time, but postman doesn't know it was probably about 5 a.m. by the time I got to sleep. So anyway, back to bed. So first half hour or so of my day, I usually spend journaling. I'm a big believer that the best kind of self-development or self-knowledge leads to the better self-knowledge leads to better self-improvement, self-development. And so I track as much as I can realistically each day. I actually use my phone. I'm just holding this so it looks like, so I'm not just standing here awkwardly, but yeah, I just journal. I write about how the previous day went, kind of subjectively. I just kind of write about it, and then I try and get more objective, and I write down all the data, and I look at like, okay, what time did I go to bed? When did I wake up? What was my sleep quality? What exercise did I do? What was the quality of that exercise? How much time did I spend doing this thing? What did I eat? Where did I go? How much time did I spend working? How many people did I interact with? Like, did I see my family? Did I not see my family? Did I get sunlight? Did I not get sunlight? Did I do this habit? How much water did I drink? And I try and get all these things so that hopefully over time I can have a better and better understanding of which, I don't know, A, what I'm doing well and what I'm doing well and what I need to improve on, and then B, how certain things I do interact with other things I do, and like, I don't know, because I also try and track like subjective things, like how focused did I feel that day, what was my levels of like gratitude and sort of some of those more subjective measures. And it helps me spot things like, oh, when I wake up in the morning and I rate my energy level as being quite high and refreshed, that has like the strongest impact on whether or not I feel like I used the day well, which is a very obvious insight, but I have the data to back that up, and there's a lot more things like that I'm trying to unpack. But it's just a lot, and I probably could figure out some way now, especially using AI, to like automate it a bit more, but I just kind of manually do it all. So yeah, and I have to do it every day, and I have to make sure I do it first thing, because otherwise it's one of those tasks that I'll just not get around to otherwise. So I kind of have a rule, which is before I do anything else, I've got a journal. And yeah, that's what I spend the first half hour or so doing. I do this thing a lot of the time where I know I should probably just go run and get it done, but then I'll eat and I'll think, oh, I'll just let it settle for a bit, and then I'll start working, and then work will just get busy, it'll get mad, and then basically my alarm, the thing that gets me up and going, is I look outside and I look at the time and I think, if I don't start running now, I'm going to be running for a long time. And I basically have to think, when's sunset, and then start tracing back, like, okay, about 2.5 hours before it hits sunset, that's when I got to get going. So that's about what time it is right now. I don't want to waffle on too long here, because again, the light is a precious resource, and I do not want to. I hate running in the dark, I'll be honest. So I want to get going. But yeah, I don't know exactly how long that was. Just spent like, I don't know, a few hours working various bits and bobs. Currently running, it's all under one company, but it's like different newsletters. So I've got Daily Magician, which is the original thing I started. It's a newsletter for magicians creating and selling magic tricks. And then we have What Counts, which is a newsletter about like science of self-improvement and doing challenges, stuff like this run. So start of this year, we set some pretty ambitious goals for both of them. In addition to obviously, doing the run itself, we also wanted to use it as a chance to build audience. And what we also wanted to do is build audience before the run, so that when we do the run, the fundraiser and everything linked to it has like the maximum chance of hitting what we want it to hit. And so we set some certain non-negotiables, like we want to add 500 readers a month to What Counts, for example. And it's flipping hard, so hard to do. And every month we get to the end of the month and we're behind, we've got to fix it. So I just spent a few hours working on various new Facebook ads, various lead generation strategies, just ways to get people on the list so that we can crush this campaign in the summer when we actually get running. So yeah, it's all very like synergistic, because obviously I've got to go out and I've got to run now and I've got to put in the work physically, but I also want to make sure that I put in the work strategically and make sure that we have audience, strategy. I need to, another thing, obviously I'm making this flipping video today. I don't really have time for that, but making this video, making shorts, all this stuff, trying to build social presence, like I'm trying to hit all the things, and it's just the physical part alone is hard, but it's quite simple. It's just lock in, just run, just train, and just do the thing. But you can't forget about all the other things. Like, okay, well, what are strategies of like, get sponsors on board, or reach out to a company, and if I wear this company's clothes, maybe I can have them then shout it out on Instagram. So now I've got to make a list of all those companies, reach out to which ones are open to it, stuff like that. Anyway, I don't need to bore you with the details, but rest assured there's like plenty that we're working on. So yeah, just got a few hours done. Gonna go get some miles in while it's nice, because right now it looks really nice outside, but if I leave it too late, it's not gonna be super fun. All right. So today's run should be, I think, about 15 miles. I like to decide, well, I have to decide before I go exactly like mileage, pace, all that kind of stuff. Otherwise, while I'm running, I tend to push too far and too hard, because basically when I'm running, if in my head I'm deciding, oh, should I do 15 or 16 miles? I'm always so scared of just giving into the bias of, oh, well, I'm running right now, so of course I'm going to think, it's probably better if I do 15, probably better if I take it easy today. And I so don't want that voice to win that I tend to do the opposite of whatever I feel like I'm telling myself I should. So what I do is I have to tell myself before I start, okay, it's going to be 15, don't push, this pace, whatever. And then it's easier for me to stick to that. Otherwise, I would just tend to default to the harder option while I'm out there. But it's tricky on these long runs, because you kind of, you should run them slower, but they're so far that it's like, if I run it slow, it's just going to take ages. But we'll slow it down. Yesterday we were doing like 4:55, anywhere between 4:45 and 5-minute-ish kilometers after we got warmed up. That was probably too fast, so I'll go a bit slower today. But I'm setting off a little bit later, and because I'm going slower, I'm scared it's going to get dark. I gotta get going. I gotta stop making this stupid video. All right, let's get going. Just about to hit. There we go. 10K, 49 minutes, 58 seconds. Probably still a touch too fast. Really should slow it down. Honestly, just feel decent though. But yeah, we'll see what another 14K. Try and take it a bit easier on the way back. You can't complain too much about that view though. Alright, that's a wrap. 15 miles. Well, give or take, got about 100 meters to go, but there we go, 15 miles. Just about 2 hours, 4 minutes in the end. Whew. Alright, I am hungry, I'll tell you that. Hungry. Excited to get back. Alright, sweet, back from the gym. It's coming up on midnight, but don't worry, we still got plenty to do. I keep a little notebook, and every night I write down what I've got to do the next day, and I'm just kind of, I'll open it up periodically throughout the day and check where I'm at. So today I've still got an email to send to an email list that we run, what counts. I've got just a few work messages to respond to, a bit boring really. I've got a product I've got to deliver. So for the magic business, we made a product and I need to basically send it out to people that bought it. I've got some stuff posted on socials. I've got a couple of pages to update. I've got some Facebook ads to tweak. Oh, and how could I forget? I have a magic book to write. Currently writing a book about magic that we're trying to get done quite soon. So got a bunch of that to do as well. So anyway, yeah, fair few things. I'm just gonna crack back on. You might be wondering like why not just do this tomorrow, but we just got quite a lot of time sensitive things going on right now. And if I don't do these things today, then yeah, I'll have to do them tomorrow. But we also have time sensitive things going on tomorrow. And so I need to be able to handle tomorrow's tasks tomorrow. So I got to get these ones done. Just sort of, yeah, time sensitive, I guess. So switching over to a completely different task. For the magic business, one of the things I'm doing is sort of modernizing and updating one of the best resources in magic. It's an super old magic magazine called The Jinx. Full of really, really good stuff, but just needs a little bit of updating, a little bit of modernizing. And so I'm reading through all of the backlog and turning it into a book. And the book is currently about 450 pages, and going strong. So probably will spend about an hour doing this. Hopefully quicker, we'll see. Yo, it's me again. This is a joke, but this is just an honest day in the life, and this is just genuinely how this has gone. I was about to go to sleep, but then I remembered I forgot to do one of the most important things I have to do before I sleep, which is write down everything I got to do tomorrow in order to help me go to sleep. If I haven't written stuff down, it just bounces around my head, and I'm stressed thinking all these things that I didn't get done, all these things I've got to do tomorrow. So I just try and write them all down, and I find that my mind can relax more because I just know, okay, well, I'll see it tomorrow, I'll get to it, I'll not forget. So yeah, I kind of usually, before I go to sleep, will write down basically a big list of things to do the next day, and that helps me wind down. So yeah, forgot to do that, so I'm going to do that. Then I'll sleep for real. I really hope I don't have any more updates for you. I'm just going to write this. I'm going to write my plans for tomorrow. I'm going to say my prayers. Set my alarm. A little date with destiny with David Goggins. I love the fact that it's a flippin' David Goggins alarm going off at like 12:30 p.m. It's such like an oxymoron. But anyway, yeah, get it all done. I think that's it for real. See you in the next video.